Hi and welcome back. And today I thought I would show you this figure, which was inspired by an episode of Doctor Who, the Android Invasion. And here you've got one of the characters from the U.N.I.T. And in my childhood I'd seen the odd episode here and there with these military people assisting the Doctor over the years. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I was just watching the episode. It popped up on Freeview the other night, and they were carrying these Sterling machine guns. This one's got a broken stock on it, but looks more like a Patchet. That's a little reference to Missed It in Between. If you've not seen that show, it's a great show from Australia, where Ray dispatches people with a Patchet, not a Sterling. And but here you've got a modified Sterling. Should look more like this one here with the... I can just grab it out of his hands. You can see the stock there behind his elbow. It's got that triangular shaped stock. And these clips are usually lost because they just fall out. I think Vam Man on their eBay sells these replacement clips. Better off just put a bit of tape around there and making sure it stays in there. But I received this package yesterday. I'm going to unbox it. There's a few bits in here that will maybe interest some of you who collect Action Man, who like the odd custom bits and bobs. Just get the packaging opened on this. Some of this stuff is not cheap, but sometimes you get what you pay for. Hopefully in this case that is the case. In a second, I'll just pause the camera. Okay, had some technical difficulties there. So let's unpack this and see what we've got. So here you can see we've got a clip. I've got three clips. Picked them up. The same seller. And these are custom clips for the Sterling machine guns. As you can see, they got that curved effect. I think these are just 3D printed, but they look decent. Let's see how it looks in the gun. It's a nice snug fit. Looks good. I like the way that looks. I'll give one to my Guyper man here as well. Why not? He's worth it. He's got a late Sterling with the plastic strap. Let's see how he looks with one of these bad boys. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. That is proper. So we've got the guy from the unit here. I think that's a nice touch. Had these boots for years. These were, I don't know, somewhere from China. They're hollow boots. I don't know if the boots that are on eBay at the moment that look similar to these are pegged or with feet. Waiting to hear back from the seller, who doesn't seem to know what product they're selling. They're saying they'll get back to me with the manufacturer. But yeah, this figure I got in a recent job lot I showed. It was from eBay. It was a charity lot. This one had a broken elbow joint, which I got a replacement from V-Man again. Replaced that. Did get some replacement rivets to fix. Well, because I had to take the old one out. The rivets were a little bit too small, so in length. It was an M2 rivet. That's the ones you want to get if you're looking to replace elbows, knees, ankles I should say. I'd say the elbows and the ankles are the same length. I got 10mm. I'd recommend getting the 12mm ones. A little bit more pricey, but they actually fit. So yeah, I've just put a screw in there for now because the rivet kept falling out. I couldn't fasten it. And the beret, I'll come on to in a minute. But the shirt I picked up off, I think it was Tommy Bits on eBay. It's a nice shirt. It's pretty tight on him, but it looks good. And nice to shoot the cuffs out the end of the jumper. This jumper had to put some work into it. It had quite a few holes. The seams were coming apart. So that's got a bit of, it's got a bit of a touch to it. The popper on his trousers had come off, so I reattached that. These were the ones that were originally on the figure. So the figure's nice, it's clean, good clean condition. Stands well on its own, but it's just easier display these things on a stand. The gun I just had lying about, and yeah, I need to do something with that, with the end of that. Maybe put a bit of paint on it or something, or maybe don't know. Maybe just replace it with one with a stock, because I've got plenty of them. But finally coming on to the beret. I bought a job lot recently of just plain black berets, and got them for a good price. So I thought I'd experiment with this one. And all I've done with this is just use acrylic paint. A couple of coats of acrylic paint on there, and then just used a bit of alcohol just to take off the edge, to leave that black brim, and then just print it out. I didn't print it out, I just drew it out with a pencil. The logo, as best I could with my limited skills. So you got the U.N.I.T logo, and the belt is just looks like a shoelace type belt. It's got some nice brass buckles on it. So yeah, it's that one, and happy with that. Like a bit of Doctor Who, like this sort of military look. The shirt's a good option if you haven't got any scarves. Looks good. If you get like a sort of beigey tan shirt, sort of matches up well with the beret. Oh yeah, talking about berets, I had another go, had another little experiment. Tried flocking one. I think it come out okay. This was my second attempt. The first attempt was a little bit crap, so I just done this quick just to see if it would take. I painted the beret first. You can see some of the black coming through there. Should have done 2 coats, but I was just doing it quickly last night to see if it would work. So yeah, you need 2 coats of paint really to cover up all the black, and then I just used the 2-part epoxy, thin layer of that, and then 1mm sandy coloured flocking. I think it looks okay. I might add a layer of sort of like a wash just to make it a little bit darker to cover up some of those black bits, and then put a badge on that. I think colour wise, I kind of like this colour a little bit more. This one's a little bit, again, I could apply a wash to that one. make it a little bit darker, a little bit more lived in. But it's acrylic paint, so it might come off. I'll mess about with it too much. Same with this, so I thought I'd show it first. I know other people are selling flocked berets on eBay. I don't know if they're selling this colour. I've seen red ones, which look really nice. And I thought I'd have a go with this. So I used my flocker, but I didn't want the flock standing on end, so I just laid it on flat, no charge, and they come out all right. So the final piece of kit that I got off this guy, and I recommend if you are interested in one of these to grab one while you can. This is a sten gun, but it has been modified to have, I have to check which parts have been added. I believe the stock is different stock, and this silencer part is different. Yeah, he shows in the listing what the bits that he's added, the 3D parts. Looks really nice. I think this could do with a bit more weathering. It's got a nice elastic strap on it, and it comes with a clip. So yeah, I'll add that in a second. I'll put it on this figure and show you what it looks like. Be back in a second. Okay, just to give you an idea what it might look like. Seems to be a bit tricky getting it into the hand and getting it into like a pose, but nice piece of kit. Like I said, I don't think the seller will be selling many more of them. It's just they're time consuming to produce, and maybe not cost effective, but I can say it looks very nice. The clip is a nice snug fit into the gun. Looks nice. It's got some nice detail on it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me take it out of his hand. I was trying to look up, see where these guns were used. There are a few pictures online. There's some 1/12 scale ones, and can't see any actual pictures of it being used or being, carried. There's like some reenactment, soldiers displayed with it. I just think it's an interesting looking weapon. Historically, I don't know how correct it is. Like, it looks accurate to me. I understand that it was a single fire weapon. It could be automatic, but if you used it as an automatic, you would basically render the silencer useless because it would burn up. That's what I read anyway. But yeah, it's a cool weapon, single shot, sort of infiltration sniper. And so I like this detailing here. I think it's a cool thing if I could get him posed up with it. If he could bloody hold it effectively. I don't want to break the thing, so that'll do for now. I think it looks cool posed up like that. Let me just put the other beret on just to give you an idea what that looks like. It's a bit ropey. Needs a bit of work on that one. That was my first. Well, it was my second attempt. The first attempt, it looked terrible. I didn't even paint the cap. It was just a black cap, and all the flock was in balls. It was in, so I was just trying to dab it on with my finger. It was just a mess. So actually, second time I scraped all that off real quick and then just threw a coat of paint on it and then applied the flock with a sieve basically, and that sort of laid it all down flat. So yeah, I'll give that maybe a light wash of brown or something. Brown and black are, you know, you have to be very not liberal, sparingly with it. Very minute amount goes a long way. So I thought I'd show it before I'll come back or put a post up if anybody's interested. I'll put a link down below for the seller on eBay. Stuff come real quick, good communication, you can't ask for more than that. The clips that I bought of him look really good. They fit the vintage weapons fine. Actually, yeah, pretty snug fit in that one as well. So that's nice. I really like that look. So inspired by Doctor Who Android Invasion. So who knows, in the future I might do a android soldier like this, or just do a custom head so I can swap it out. But I do like this look. I might make a few more. It's, you know, it's pretty much the basic outfit with just a shirt and a modified beret and just a Sterling machine gun. I can't remember if they were wearing the puttees in the show. I'll have to look back on it. But yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. And yeah, just getting my Guyper men out of storage. I still have to make space for them to display them, but yeah, I want to display some of this stuff because there's no point in sitting in boxes. It's no good to anybody in a box. You know, if I'm not going to display it, I might as well move it on. At this point, I'm just hoarding too much stuff, and I just want to enjoy the stuff that I have got, and you know, the other stuff can be passed on to somebody else to enjoy. That's the way it should be. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be back. This has gone on a bit, but I'll try and come back soon with another video on this guy. Picked this head up a while ago from was it Andy Stafford? I can't remember. I think it was. Might not have been. I buy so much stuff of so many people I lose track. But this had a little bit of missing flock. Fixed that. He seems to have picked up some flock from some of his buddies in the bag. Yeah, I'm going to put this on a Bruce Lee figure. So come back for that. And I've got the figure here. But I'll show that in another video. This is getting on for 20 minutes. So again, thanks for sticking around. If you enjoy this type of video, the longer videos, let me know. If you just like short and sweet. If you like the shorts, I might do a couple of those because they seem to get a lot of views, and yeah, a lot of people just want to see the finished product. They don't want to hear all the waffle and the backstory and the reminiscing. But that's what part of this collecting's all about. It's recreating memories from TV, film sometimes, and just having some of these items that we wish we had as a kid, or improving the items that we had as a kid. That's the way I see it anyway. And yeah, if you know, you know. To some people, it might seem pointless, childish, but I think it's good to keep that part of you interested in collecting, in tinkering around with this stuff, fixing it up, improving it. It's interesting to see what sort of stuff that the like Palatoy, the makers, the designers, some of the outfits that didn't get produced, some of the samples and some of the prototypes. Yeah, it's cool. I'm always interested in seeing either new stuff or stuff that never got developed or never got released, and making my own stuff, putting my own stuff together. Like this guy, just grabbed him out of storage using some modern day bits and reflocked head. He had a pretty chewed up head, so I just fixed it up and flocked it. Don't think it ever was flocked, so there's that. So yeah, I said I'd go. Time to go now. Thanks for watching again. Bye bye.